How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and this is a Webhead movie review where I review all of the latest movies in today's world. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the shitstorm of a movie called Transformers: The Last Knight. So if you guys want to see my review, make sure you guys stay tuned. As always, Webheads, make sure you guys subscribe to Webhead if you guys have not done so already. I have plenty more movie reviews and spoiler reviews. This is my non-spoiler, but I also have some spoiler reviews coming out on my channel. So if you guys want to see more of that, make sure you guys subscribe to Webhead. Also, comment below and let me know your thoughts on Transformers: The Last Knight. What did you guys think of the movie, if you guys have seen it already? And if you guys have not seen the movie, make sure you guys tell me below. Are you guys going to see the movie after all of these massive reviews online have come out, especially because it's been so negative? Let me know down in the comments below, guys. I really want to hear your opinions on this. Alrighty, Webheads. So, I am going to review the new Transformers: The Last Knight movie, and this is my non-spoiler review, so of course there will be no spoilers at all. Now, how I'm going to structure this video is basically I'm going to go through my positives, my negatives, and my overall thoughts, telling you guys whether you guys should spend your hard-earned money on this movie or not. Now, let's get into the positives. So the first positive is actually Anthony Hopkins' character and the Transformer character known as Cogsworth. I think it's Cogsworth or Cogsman. Cogsman. It's Cogsman. There's so many Transformers in this movie. That's actually a good thing too. But those two characters I thought really blended really well together. I thought both those characters were really well done. Anthony Hopkins was hilarious along with Cogsman. He was super funny. Cogsman was really powerful as well. He was a really powerful character. And I thought both of those characters really worked. And I felt like Anthony Hopkins had a lot of fun with this role. Like, you can just tell he did by when you first see him. He's cracking the jokes. He's having fun playing this character. Just being in a Transformers movie, which I always love to see because I love the Transformers. And of course, like, I want these movies to all be good. But of course, sometimes it just doesn't happen. Another positive is just the sound effects, visual effects, and just everything, like just the picture of this movie, the way it's shot, the way it looks beautiful, beautifully shot. The sound effects in this movie are amazing. Just the visual effects in the movie are awesome. Like everything, like for the sound effects alone, I will say if you're a huge Transformers fan, that right there gets you in the door. Like that stuff, like Michael Bay nails it on all fronts of that. Like it does look beautiful, especially during the final battle. There's one scene, I won't give anything away, but there's some scenes where like jets are flying through the sky. And of course you see that big planet thing that I will not give away. And it's basically this jets are just flying through it, and it looks breathtaking. I saw it in IMAX 3D, so that was even better. I thought it was awesome. Now on to my negatives for this movie, because there's not a lot of positives for this movie. It's all negative, basically. But I will say before I get on with it, the first, like, 10-15 minutes, I actually didn't mind the movie. Like, I thought it was actually pretty good. I didn't think it was junk at all. I thought there was a good setup. You definitely got, like right at the start, there's a huge battle scene. But after that, once we get into like today's world and seeing where they're bringing us in the story, I like the kind of post-apocalyptic kind of feel they had with Chicago and all that, where the Transformers and Decepticons, or the Autobots and Decepticons, were just fighting, of course, on Earth now, and there's just a bunch of them coming, and they just keep coming in waves. I like that setup. I thought that was really good. But of course, that didn't do anything with the movie. They had a good setup, and then they kind of just blew their load, and they're just like, okay, let's go into the history of Transformers. Let's do all this shit that doesn't make any sense. And it just, I don't know. Personally, it didn't make sense to me because I feel as though if I have to see this movie like a second time. But the thing is, I don't want to see it a second time because I didn't like it. And a bunch of shit was just getting thrown at you. And that's the first negative that I'm really going to talk about. That is the pacing. The pacing of this movie is incredibly fast. There's a ton of stuff shoved down your throat. You don't, like honestly, you don't have time to breathe in this movie. If you blink, you are going to miss a huge thing in this movie. There's just so much that happens. It's from, like, that is something that actually is kind of impressive at the same time, where it's just incredibly fast-paced throughout the entire movie. Like, they're in this side of the world right now. Oh, now they're over here. Now they're doing this. Now they're learning about this. Now they're doing this. Now it's the final battle. Boom, there you go. It's really, really fast-paced, guys. And Honestly, I thought it was just exhausting. When I got out of the movie, I thought I just ran like a marathon. It was so exhausting. And I honestly couldn't comprehend half of it because I was just like, holy crap, what the hell's going on? It's like you're telling me all this stuff, but I'm not remembering it. Just too fast paced. I didn't like the pacing at all in this movie. But also, another negative is just the characters overall. I felt like there was no, and that's the human characters. I'll get to the Transformers in a minute, but the human characters, I felt as though, except for Anthony Hopkins and Cogsman, those two were fine. But everybody else just didn't make sense to me. I just didn't like how they were portrayed in this film. I thought Cade Yeager, he was better in the fourth movie than he was in the fifth one. If you guys know me, and you've seen my reactions on this Transformers stuff, I always say I hated the fourth movie. I thought the fourth movie was junk. I thought it was just stupid. And I really just think that now, after seeing this one, they're just kind of, cashing it in. They don't really care about the Transformers. They're just like, whatever, let's just put all this crap on. It's the same shit over and over again, guys. It really is. Like, the first three, I wish they just stopped with three. I wish they just had the 3 movies now. Even though Revenge of the Fallen sucked, I wish that they just stopped with 3, because right now 4 and 5 suck ass. They're so bad. Oh, and you're gonna love who the Last Knight is. You're just gonna love it. You're gonna love to find out who the Last Knight is. I don't think you guys are gonna guess it, but holy crap, you're gonna just love hearing who he is. That really made fucking sense to me. Guys, it just makes no sense in this movie. I felt as though they kind of just took everything from like their writers, because they had a bunch of writers doing this movie. They had a bunch of really talented writers, and I felt as though they're just kind of like, oh, let's just throw this shit out. Let's just throw this shit everywhere. There's no character development. And there was like, I forget her name because a lot of characters are just forgettable in this. There's like this little girl that's working with Cade Yeager, and she was actually pretty good in the beginning, like part of that first 20 minutes. And then of course, she just disappears from the entire movie. And she was featured in all the trailers and all that. And then she disappears from the movie. Who cares? She's gone. And then nothing happens. I don't understand. That's something else I didn't get. I was like, why is she not here? And then, of course, the final battle, she's here. What? Why are you bringing a little girl to the final battle of a Transformers? I just didn't get that. That didn't make sense to me. I thought that was really stupid, and I thought she was poorly used. She could have been a really compelling character. She had a pretty good backstory at the beginning of the movie, but of course, they just kind of dropped the ball, as they always do with their human characters. And that's kind of why another thing that I have a gripe over. There's not enough Transformers. There's all human characters. We're just learning about the friggin' human characters. It's like, you do get a lot of Transformers, don't get me wrong, you do. But then there's like 30 minutes of this movie where it's just, there's nothing. There's no Transformers. You get to see Cogsman, whatever, but it's just humans learning about the history of Transformers and all that. But you don't really get to see any Transformers doing anything. Optimus Prime? Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, he's in all the trailers and everything, all the posters. Can't wait to see Optimus Prime turn evil. That's going to be so awesome. Oh yeah, he's in the movie for about 5 minutes. He's in the movie for like 2 minutes. He's in the beginning. He's in the middle for like 10 seconds. I'm not joking. He's in the middle for about 10, 15 seconds. And then, of course, he's at the end. And he's evil and everything. That lasts for about 10 minutes. It lasts for 10 minutes of the movie. That's nothing. They didn't do anything with it. I thought he would have been a bigger part of the movie, but he wasn't. He was in the final battle. That's it. All the other scenes are kind of useless. It doesn't matter. Quintessa is a villain. Who gives a shit? You didn't learn anything about her. You learned 2 things about her. That's it. Who she really was, and that's it. You didn't get any backstory on the villain. You didn't get to learn anything about the villain. It's just, you didn't learn anything about the whole villain until like the beginning, which was like saying her name and saying who she kind of was, and then you learned about her at the end. It's junk. It was just junk, poorly made. They half-assed it. It's just dog shit, wrapped in cat shit. So bad. I hated it. So, not to get to my overall thoughts, I'll probably think of more negatives. Oh yeah, the comedy. The comedy's shit too. The comedy's not that great. There was a couple parts I laughed. I laughed about twice. I laughed twice in this movie. Or I'll say like 4 times. But 2 of the times is just because I thought 2 things were just so ridiculous that I laughed out loud. And then there's 2 things that actually did make me laugh, and that's with Cogsman, and that's with Anthony Hopkins characters. That's why they were good. But now to get my overall thoughts. Guys, don't see this movie. Don't see Transformers Last Night. You're wasting your friggin' money. I promise you're wasting your money. IMAX 3D, yeah, it looks good. But guess what? The whole movie just sucks as a whole. You can't just have it look good. You have to have it make sense. You gotta have a good movie. Overall, I'm talking about. It's just, I was so disappointed with this movie. And I know there's probably a lot of Transformers fans that are probably like, oh, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. That movie was awesome, all that. He's not a real Transformers fan. No, I seriously am. I seriously am. There's a lot of Transformers fans out there. But that doesn't mean that they can slap Transformers logo on anything and I'm gonna love it. That's not how I work. I don't like that kind of crap. You can't just slap a Transformers name on anything and I'm gonna be like, oh, it's the best movie ever. No. I'm gonna be critical of it as any other movie that I watch. Anything. I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. When Spider-Man Homecoming comes out and it's complete shit, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I think. If it's complete shit, I'm going to tell you it's complete shit. Because that's how I feel, and I want to be honest with you guys, and I don't want to lie. I'm not going to lie about this, and it looks like a lot of reviewers on YouTube and a lot of reviewers just everywhere else feel the same way because this movie's just a hunk of shit. It's too fast. It doesn't make any sense, and it's kind of just. Of course, you have the really hot women. You have the the tan hot women. You got the planes coming in the sunset. You got Bud Light explosions everywhere. Classic Michael Bay, where he just doesn't give a shit. That's just what it is. It's a cash grab for the guy. It is. He's just playing the Transformers franchise as a cash grab. And yes, it's hard to make a movie, but when you know your formula just doesn't work, but you keep doing it over and over and over again, that just shows you that he doesn't give a shit and he's just making money. That's all it is. That's all it is. So guys, if I had to steer you one way or the other, don't see this fucking movie. It sucks. And if I had to give it a rating out of 10, I'd give it probably a 3. 3 out of 10, because the visuals were pretty cool, and I like 2 of the characters. That's about it, guys. That's all I can say. Megatron, oh yeah, that's something else. In my reactions, I did comment a lot about Megatron. Megatron was underused big time, just like Optimus Prime, but he looked badass, and when he did show up, he did look pretty cool. I thought he was a little bitch again. That's what they always make him. They always make him a little bitch to somebody else, like he's a bitch to Quintessa. Always fighting for somebody else, that's not Megatron. Megatron's not always fighting for somebody else, that's bullshit, but of course, that's how it happens in this movie. What a surprise, Michael Bay. I can't wait to see you not make another Transformers movie. Honestly, I can't wait for it. I hope you never get to touch another Transformers movie again, because I absolutely hated this one, and I think for the past 2 movies you've been making complete shit, and you just don't care anymore. That's honestly what I think. I can't wait for Michael Bay not to make another one. Let's get another director so they actually know what they're doing and they actually care, and we can get a breath of fresh air for this friggin' franchise. Because I love the Transformers, and I want a good fucking movie. Come on now. Alrighty, guys. So, sorry about my rant, guys. I am pretty upset about this movie. I'm really disappointed. I was extremely disappointed all of today just because I just wanted a good Transformers movie, and that's just not what I got. That's not what I got at all. But post your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. And also, let me know if you guys haven't seen the movie already. Are you guys going to go see it after all of these crappy, not crappy, but just horrible reviews of the movie? Let me know down in the comments, guys. Also, smash that like button if you guys like this video, and also share this video to anybody that would enjoy it. So thank you guys very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye. As always, Webhead, make sure you guys subscribe to Webhead if you guys want more movie reviews of all of the latest summer blockbusters coming out in today's world. I also have my social media tags in the bottom right-hand corner, along with my social media links in the description below, and 2 videos below me I think you guys would really, really enjoy. So thank you guys very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye.